Okay, this is just going to be a really quick video, which I know I say that a lot, and I'm going to try to keep it short, I promise. But this is going to be a video on how to get your hair dye to stay longer. Now, I found this works really well with Manic Panic because I really like Manic Panic. It's not my favorite, but I really like it, but it doesn't stay in there as long as I would like it to. So, what I do, which I always follow the directions, I put it on clean hair. I usually condition it, even though you shouldn't. You should use a clarifying shampoo, like Head & Shoulders or something like that, and do not condition it, so there won't be a barrier for the dye to get into your hair. So when you condition it, it's a barrier. That's why you put it around your forehead, your hairline, and whatnot. So I always leave it on there for longer, like I've said before. I think this says leave on for 15 minutes. The label is covering, the sticker is covering up the label, sorry. It also says do not apply on, it says a ½ inch from scalp, which basically means do not put it on your roots. But I put everything on my roots, and it's not going to hurt it. It doesn't matter because I get it all over my scalp, and it doesn't bother me because it's a vegan natural hair dye. It's a vegetable-based dye, so it's not going to hurt you. But I always leave it in so much longer. The way I get it to stay is I leave it in overnight. Pretty much, if I'm not doing anything the next day, I put the dye in, and then I put my cap on, and I go to bed in it. I sleep in it. And then the next day, or I'll usually wait till around lunchtime the next day, or a little bit later, should I say. So, like, if I start it at 4 or 5 o'clock on a Monday, I might not rinse it out until, like, 1 or 2 o'clock on Tuesday. So I leave it in there for a really long time. I prefer to leave it in for over 8 hours because, like I say, it's a conditioner, so it's not going to hurt your hair. All it is going to do is condition it. So you can leave it on there for as long as you want, as long as you can stand it. It's not going to do anything. It's not like a permanent dye. Like if you go to Walmart or Walgreens or something like that and you get one of those, it's going to be a permanent dye. And those can damage your hair. That's why they have a time limit to put it on. This is not. This is fine. Like the raw Manic Panic or Color Jams, which I don't like. All that, you can leave it on there for as long as you want. And the longer you leave it, the better it works. You can ask a hairdresser that has some sense, and they'll tell you the same thing. Leave it on there for as long as you can stand it, and apply heat. Put it up in a grocery bag or a cap. I prefer a cap just because they're only like $2 for a pack of them, and it's so much easier than having to fight with a Walmart bag or a Kroger grocery bag or something like that. So I always just do that, and then I run the blow dryer over it. I make sure that I heat it up really good because the heat, I'm not exactly sure, I'm not a scientist, I can't tell you why, but the heat activates it and it helps it stay. So I do that, and then once I've rinsed it out, I rinse it out in cool water, or cold. I usually just pour on the cold, but sometimes I can't stand it. So rinse it out in as cool of water as you can stand it, and, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, yeah. Do not rinse the water till it's clear, because you kind of need it to stay on there a little bit, because there's one brand that says do not rinse it out till the water's clear, and then there's some of them that tell you to. Don't rinse it out till the water's clear, and don't shampoo your hair with at least 2 days, so it can sit on there and really get absorbed and soaked into your hair, because if you sit there and rinse it till it's clear, you're going to be losing so much of your dye that you don't want to, because it's already a semi-permanent, so it's going to come out pretty bad anyway. And then you do not want to shampoo it, because shampoo is going to strip it out. I haven't found a shampoo yet that doesn't. Some of them, like Head & Shoulders, do really, really bad. So pretty much wait a couple days and then wash it. And what I do whenever I wash it, I get it scrubbed really, really good, and I go really, really fast because I want to save my color. And I try to wash it in cold water so it doesn't strip it, because hot water strips out dye. And so I do that. And then once I get it clean, even if every bit of the soap's not out, because my hair's kind of thick even though it doesn't look like it, I take conditioner and throw it on there. Because the conditioner kind of neutralizes the shampoo while it's in there to get it out. Because it's not supposed to, the conditioner's not supposed to pull out the dye unless it's just a really, really crappy dye and you just didn't get it in there very well or something. So I throw conditioner on there and then finish rinsing it out, and then I recondition it. And that has helped, because if you just sit there and try to rinse and rinse and rinse, if you have difficulty getting the soap out, it's going to make it worse, because the water, unless you have like one of those filter thingies on it, the water has really bad chemicals that's going to strip your color anyway. So pretty much water and shampoo on dyed hair equals bad. So the less amount of washing and shampooing, the better. And so that's all I think. I think I've covered everything on this. So this is pretty much how to get semi or demi permanent dyes to stay in longer. And I hope this helped you. And I hope that my fidgeting and rambling doesn't bother you, or at least made you laugh. Okay, bye.